Hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's episode of ERP, where our business is evaluating rare pachyderms.
Bing, bang, boom, you have a baby
Pachyderm, yes. So, just for context, for those who didn't hear it prior, our map tools, is currently being DDoSed and will not be available for us to use tonight. So what you're seeing on the right-hand side of your screen is a static image of the world map. So if you're expecting something there, sorry, blame the hackers. But picking up where we last left off, the Devil's Advocates, leaving the town of Redwater, where they had forged a small reputation, had conquered a dragon beneath the city, had generally been a thorn in the side of the flock, are now heading north to the town of Swordbreak. In quite a rush, may I add, as in an effort to hide the fighter Mo from whatever was seeking him out, their ally, the Shadar-Kai Philip, hid them in the Shadowfell for exactly 27 minutes, which has a time dilation. And now they find themselves 9 weeks into the future. Realizing that there is a slad problem that is on the cusp of erupting out of one Laurel Booth's stomach, the Devil's Advocates are now racing towards the city. Bedding down for the night, you all took your watches. Zane and Zaz, you both saw something off in the woods that resembled a glowing purple orb, which upon further inspection seemed to have a yellow pupil inside of it. Throwing a rock, Zane, you actually hit the creature, and instead of being met with the sound of rock on flesh, you were met with the sound of rock on rock as a familiar being flew off into the night. As all of you began to rise from your rest in the early hours of the morning, you were suddenly attacked by a roving band of orcs wielding weapons that you weren't entirely familiar with, two of which having flails actually attached to their arms, two others having bladed gauntlets, and one acting as a captain. Through clever use of a spell that I really should have realized the druid had, the 5 orcs were readily handled by thorn bushes. Because druids, everybody.
The spiky bushes.
The spiky bushes, yes. Lining up your kills off to the side of your camp, Zaz, you were hit by 2 blasts in your back as you all turn to see the orc captain, his corpse rising up once again, his eyes glowing a pinkish purple light. And Zane, you don't know why, and you don't know how, but you recognize this as the warlock you slayed in Redwater, Malvain. So at this point, welcome to the session, guys. We're starting with initiative. Let's all get you guys to roll. This is going to be theater of the mind, so we're going to do what we can here. You guys will have to bear with me.
What did I just do?
First roll of the night, crit fail.
Well done.
Queer, and you're supposed to be a low initiative like me. What the hell?
I don't know, man. I panicked.
20.
Okay. Has everyone rolled?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, so 20 or higher.
20.
Really? Well, that's kind of fitting, Zane. All right.
That's a O. That's SpaghettiOs.
SpaghettiOs. 15 or higher.
Me, 16.
What the hell is happening?
I regret everything.
How are we going to be able to tell how close Malvain is to us?
We're going to just have to... We're going to have to overly describe things. It's going to be a little
Trust
difficult.
in the heart of the cards.
Higher than 10.
14.
14 for Mo.
You pull up the map tools on your end?
Me?
Yeah.
I can, but it has stuff that you guys can't see.
But then just judging distances and everything.
Yes, I can. I do have that going. Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Do not worry about that.
What do you want?
Higher than 5?
I got 5.
Okay, I'll give you the 5 there. And you said a nat 1, Alastair?
Last and certainly least is me.
Okay, so you don't have a bonus to your
Absolutely not.
Okay, so it's an actual 1.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have somebody at 20 and somebody at 1. All right, so with that and my cat kind of going crazy. Top of the round, Zane, you are the first to go. So at this point, Zaz has just been blasted in the back with 2 very familiar blasts that you recognize immediately as an Eldritch Blast, exactly the same as yours. And as you turn, you see the orc captain rise up, and his eyes kind of flare, and its focus kind of shifts from Zaz to almost that creepy B horror movie side, like kind of clicks in, and it's staring right at you. Zane, what do you do?
Uh-oh. Okay, so does shouting at the group count as an action?
I could say, if you'd like, I could say that's a bonus action. If you're going to make it something pretty wordy, but if you're just saying something quick, you could say that while you're doing something, provided you're not casting a spell that has vocal components.
Okay, so I say, guys, that's Malvain. And
Okay.
I shoot my 2 Eldritch Blasts directly at him.
Okay, so go ahead and roll the hit.
What is it again? +7?
Yep. And it'd be 2. You do that 2 times, 1 for each blast.
Here's the first. 17.
17 just barely hits,
Oh, here's the second. 25.
and 25 hits. Yep, both of those hits. That's 2d10 plus your 12.
21.
21 points of damage. All right. So, Zane, kind of realizing what's happening here, you spring into action, being kind of on edge from seeing what you assume was a Goliath hunter fly off not an hour or 2 before the orcs. You hit off 2 Eldritch Blasts, and Zaz, you feel them go flying past you on either side. As they hit the corpse, you see pieces of this broken orc body begin to fly off and break and shatter, and you hear the sound of sizzling flesh and cracking bone. But there's no recoil or acknowledgement of the hits from the carcass. Anything else from you, Zane?
Nope, that'd be it.
All right. Quern, you're up next. What would you like to do?
Banishment.
Okay, let me read Banishment real quick.
Hi, buddy.
Charisma saving throw will be banished.
Yep, 17.
Target's okay, yeah. So saving throw is 17. So that's a 15.
Okay, it goes through.
It goes through.
Please.
However, this is Malvain is native to this plane of existence.
Yep.
So if I recall,
It has 1 minute.
you guys have 1 minute.
Everybody get to the cart. Run now.
Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck.
Shut up and run.
No, wait.
I sprint to the cart.
Okay.
Push Alastair as I run to the cart.
Okay.
I could cast a whole person and we could all just attack it when it comes back.
It came back from the dead. Get in the cart.
Lots of things come back from the dead. Come on.
No, shut up, idiot. In the cart.
Let's just throw him in the cart and...
Are you trying to push Alastair into the cart?
Yes.
Alastair, are you resisting?
You know what? Yeah, I will. Fuck it.
Oh, you fucker!
You guys need to both make athletics checks. Mo and Alastair. Yeah, athletics.
28.
Fuck off with your
Okay.
critical.
Fuck.
Fuck with a natural 20 to be a prick. Alright.
I can't.
No matter what you get, there's no fucking way.
No, there's no way you can't beat him.
No.
You go to grab his arm and you go to pull him, and Alastair is just holding steadfast to the point, Mo, that you were aware that Alastair must be strong due to holding that big fuck off sword all the time. You were expected to at least budge him, but he didn't even move a muscle.
I'll just give up and jump in the cart.
Okay, you're in the cart. Zaz, you said you were in the cart, yeah?
Yep.
Zane's
Okay.
in the cart.
Really? You're going to just stand there when we leave?
Why does no one listen to me?
Because
We
you're
can kill it.
stupid!
Okay, and now we go.
Yep.
I hit the smack the reins and I go.
Okay, so Zane, you're the one driving the cart?
Yep.
So the horses are they're still spooked from the orcs and are still groggy. I need you to make an animal handling check for me, please.
Oh shit! I shouldn't have handled the cart. 12.
So as you go and you crack the reins, they start moving, but the horse that you're kind of directly behind actually kicks backwards a bit. I need you to take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as the horse kicks you like square in the knee. Like, not enough to shatter your kneecap, but you felt it, and it
Okay.
hurt.
A Charlie horse?
Moving on. Okay, so you guys are in the cart. All right. Zane, how fast are you moving that cart?
As fast as bloody pot.
Fast as possible? Okay, so I'm going to say at top speed, with those horses going, you could probably get... You guys spent about 30 seconds yapping. You could probably get, in the next 30 seconds, maybe 500 feet down the road.
All right, let's just keep going. It's not
I'm
like we're
gonna-
stopping for anybody.
Okay, so this is you just driving the next 30 seconds, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at them moving around and then look at the corpse and then reluctantly turn around and run and then cast Misty Step to get as close as I can to the cart.
I'd say if you want, depending on how long you want to linger for, you could probably Misty Step onto the cart.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay, so
Can I
as
hit the spike grove
where are you casting it?
in front of Alastair? No, I'm kidding.
Okay,
Oh, damn.
I'm sitting here going, oh my god. Okay, all right. So you guys are just taking off down the road.
Yep.
All right, we're back in initiative order now. As Malvain takes his turn. Everyone who has spell slot, I guess that's all of you.
Yeah.
Let me think of the spell lists here. Zane, Mo, Quirin. Yeah, could I get you three to make Arcana checks for me, please?
Okay.
22.
22.
8. 8.
8.
4.
4. Okay. So, Zane, you're focused. You don't know how it's happened, but you know he's back. You know he's coming for you. You're trying to get those horses down that road as fast as you fucking can. Mo, you're kind of looking at the back, and you are actually able to see, as you're pulling away, Malvain begin moving again. And you see a kind of purplish light begin to form. Quirin, at this point, you see it too. And just out of the corner of your eye, you see the matching purplish light. And this time, Dimension Door happens. As the corpse, now reanimated by the Revenant Malvain, is on the cart with you. Close quarters, no movement. If you're casting spells, you're at disadvantage because you're so freaking close, pretty much, depending.
This is how we die.
Mo, you are up. What would you like to do?
3 attacks.
All right, go ahead. By the way, Mo, your Raven Queen's projection, it's humming quite the tune right now.
Well, that last one hits.
The last one hits, so it's 1d8. You're kind of caught off guard by the sucking sound of Dimension Door, as the Revenant is now on the cart with you, and you kind of panic, swipe, and you catch it with the third one,
11.
doing 11 points of damage. You see you actually take off a number of the fingers on what's left of this corpse, as it's just staring at all of you and slowly begins turning towards Zane. Do you have anything else, Mo?
I'll pop action search for one more.
Okay, go ahead. You dig just a little bit deeper. Excuse me.
18.
18 hits.
Another 10.
Ooh. Doing good, guys. You dig just a little bit deeper as it turns, you catch it right across the chest, and what little blood is left in this orc's body is now seeping out of the wound. Anything else?
That's it. That's all.
So as you do that, Malvain's turn begins. And the wound begins to close in front of you, Mo. And as it finally reaches the point where the flayed skin reconnects, the greenish skin begins to turn a brown color, and hair begins to sprout. And as you look, this undead orc's face is beginning to elongate into a form that you much more recognize as Malvain, as lycanthropy is in the soul. As the werewolf now standing 9 feet in the air, still missing patches of where the body was destroyed, including its fingers, its pelvis, after what I said last session. The creature kind of turns and looks directly at you, Zane, and Zane, you can feel the hot dog breath on the back of your neck as Malvain puts a clawed hand on your shoulder and kind of gets really close to your ear and goes, "Your puppy says hi." And he's going to take 2 attacks at you, Zane.
Okay.
That's a 25,
Oh, that hits all right.
and
Puppy.
and that's a 25 and a 21.
Oh, that hits all right.
So as the 2 claws, what the fuck, double ones. All right. As the 2 claws come behind you, you kind of lean forward almost instinctually, and you feel the claw kind of go up your back and rip your shirt. You take 4 points of slashing damage for that.
Oh, okay.
Not too bad. He is then going to... one sec here.
ADM.
Yes.
Does my sentinel hit like proc?
It would, yes.
Cool. Continue your thought, and then
Yeah.
I'll go on that.
Actually, let me think here for a second. So Sentinel activates when an attack is made against an ally within range of you, correct?
Within 5 feet. When a creature within 5 feet of you makes an attack against a target other than you.
Yes. Okay. So let's do Sentinel right now.
Okay.
Just to get order of operations out of the way to make sure everything's all kosher.
Okay. When that happens, I can make a melee weapon attack against attacking creature.
Okay.
And... Sorry, 1 second.
If you don't have a melee weapon, you can do an unarmed strike.
Yeah, but you can. I also have Warcaster, so I can use my reaction to make an opportunity attack. Cast
Yep.
a spell rather than melee.
Yes,
Is
that's
this one
correct.
dead?
It is.
Cool. Okay, I'm gonna use Sentinel and that Warcaster to cast Chill Touch at it.
Okay. Chill touch. Just making sure I got the nitty gritty down here. Right. It gets disadvantage against you. Right. Okay.
And
I
also
just want to make.
Can't regain
Go
hit
ahead.
points.
I can't heal. All right. I just wanted to see if it was disadvantage in general or just against you. So as it takes the 2 swipes, Zane, it feels the ghostly grasp come up from underneath it, and it shivers, and it kind of turns its head back to you, Zaz, and goes, I don't feel like playing with you today. And it's going to cast Blight. So that is a con saving throw.
Would it move with the cart, or would it stay in one spot?
What would? Sorry.
Blight?
Yeah, Blight is just necrotic energy.
Yep, it's just a beam.
Yeah.
Yep. What was the save?
The save will be 17.
For what?
Con, sorry.
Thank you.
Ooh.
What does a 6 get me?
Fucked.
Well, it gets you 8d8 damage, so... Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. You take 28 points of, I think it's necrotic damage.
Okay.
Yeah. As you... Actually, Zaz, as you kind of feel the moisture getting sucked out of you as you weren't exactly ready, and you look and you actually see a little toadstool mushroom on your armor shrivel up and fall off and die.
Poor guy.
Because if I'm correct... Yeah, it deals maximum damage to plants. So, that's going to end Malvain's turn. Zaz, it's now your turn.
That fucking sucked. I'm going to use my wild shape, get some
Right.
temp HP,
Okay.
and
Are you just getting spores up, or...
Yep.
Just a refresher, because I know I keep forgetting this, I do apologize. Do your spores affect everything around you, or just things you find unfriendly?
Sorry, give me one
Oh, it's
second.
perfectly fine.
One creature you can see when it moves into a space within 10 feet. So it's one specific creature, so I get to pick it.
Excellent. Okay, I just wanted to clarify that.
Now we're all
before I
gonna
go.
die.
Yeah, just spores. All right. Anything else from you, Saz?
That takes up my action. Yeah, that's about it.
Okay. Alastair, what do you got for me, buddy?
I am going to... I'm going to try and rugby tackle it and flip it over the side of the cart.
Like, are you? Okay, so
I'm scooping it.
Are you telling me that you're trying to give Malvain a German suplex off of the cart?
Absolutely.
See, this would be the time for that nat 20 you got.
All right. I'll say this is just a. It'll be a grapple check.
Oh boy.
It'll be a grapple check. We'll start with the grapple check to see if you can get a hold of him.
So, is strength, athletics?
Be athletics.
Okay.
Just remember, grapples are athletics. That is important.
21.
Okay, all right. You're hugging Malvain from the back. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna try literally and German suplex him off the side of the cart. Just give him mighty toss.
Go ahead. Just make an attack roll. Add your proficiency and strength modifiers.
Okay.
Just humor me here.
20.
And now make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, shit. 16.
That doesn't save. Okay. So, to all of your amazement, Alastair, acting quickly, gets Malvain, and the werewolf kind of just looks shocked for a second down at the hands, and makes a lower, growlier version of that sound I am so fucking fond of as Alastair wrenches him from his stomach and lifts him with this hug up over his shoulders in a feat of strength that Mo, even you have rarely seen, as Malvain's entire form is lifted over the edge of the speeding cart. And as the weight goes over you, Alastair, Malvain reaches out and grabs your shoulder and pulls you back off the cart with him. So both you and Malvain are going to take 7 points of bludgeoning damage from falling off of a speeding cart.
Yep.
Do you have anything else? I'm going to say you use your action and your bonus action for that.
And I will use half my movement to get up and half my movement to book it back towards the cart.
Okay. All right. So, top of the round. Zane, bleeding from your back, you turn just in time to see Malvain's face get tugged upwards, and seeing like a streak of gold behind him tumble out of the cart as Malvain is taken to Suplex City and thrown out of the cart. What do you want to do?
Oh my god. That's a really good question. That's a really good question. Is Blight still affecting us?
No, it's not a continuous thing. It's a one-off.
Oh, okay. For whatever reason, I thought it was.
No, it's all right.
Oh no, that's not. I was thinking about something else.
You're probably thinking Hunger of Hadara, weren't you?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah. Okay. That's fine.
Um.
At this point, Malvain is about 60 feet away, just so you know.
I want to shout back. Do I stop the cart? To the others.
No!
Do I stop the goddamn cart? No. We're just gonna leave him?
Yes!
Are you doing anything during that time, Zane?
I stopped the cart.
You're stopping the cart. Make an animal handling check. This will be your action, just so you're aware.
That's fine.
Yep.
16.
16. You give the reins a hearty whoosh, and the horses, without coming to like the Akira slide, do come to a stop. Zane, I think that's it for you. Quirin, it's your turn. What are you doing? I assume you're not happy.
Why would you stop the cart? Yay. So they're both 60 feet away?
Malvain's 60 feet away. Alastair is 45 feet away.
Okay, I am going to Sacred Flame Malvain.
Okay. Saving throw of 17. Natural 4.
Yep. Alrighty. What the fuck?
Oh. What the hell?
I have no idea what just happened there.
I will allow it.
There's supposed to be a +6 to that, so 13.
A plus 6 to that?
Yeah.
Alright, that's... Okay.
I have no idea what happened there.
I don't know what's... That's interesting. +6, it's that. Okay, excellent. So, you all kind of turn back to see Malvain still kind of rolling and kind of trying to catch himself as it's not his turn yet. And the grayish flames that you're all so familiar with just kind of envelop him in the early morning light. It actually almost looks like what little light there is for the day is sucked into these flames and released upon the damage. Anything else from you, Quirin?
As my bonus action, I'm gonna lean over the cart and go, "What happened to your plan to talk to him?" And that's it.
All right, Mo, you are up. What would you like to do? The cart at this point has stopped now.
Let me check. I'm gonna throw a chill touch at him.
All right, another chill touch. It's a con saving throw.
No,
That's a nat.
Oh,
Chill touch?
chill touch is a spell.
Oh,
tag.
it's rolled a hit. That's right.
Yeah.
What was I thinking? Oh, I remember what I was thinking. Never mind. Oops. Dropped a d20.
Nope.
Nope.
8.
So you kind of go and you see the ghostly, cold, spectral hand go to reach for him, and he just kind of he's still kind of rolling and tumbling on the ground. You just barely miss him. Anything else from you, Mo?
That's it.
Okay. It's now Malvain's turn. So he's going to use half his movement, to get back up. And then, as you all recall, he's going to use his heroic leap ability to kind of leap towards the cart, but he's going to pass over you, Alastair.
Okay.
So, because he's moving into your movement range and out, I'm going to say you get an attack of opportunity, but with disadvantage, if you want to take it.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Oh, of course.
20 hits.
20. Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
If only it was the other one.
Yeah. Only if it was advantage, right?
10.
10 points of damage. So Malvain still flies through the air as your sword catches up and kind of cuts him from nave to chops as he goes right over top, and he kind of lands almost superhero landing style, but not quite, right at the back of the cart. And he's still staring Zane down like as hard as he possibly can, and is going to reach up and take 2 Eldritch Blasts. Zane, what is your armor class?
It is 13.
13. So 1 hits. So you're going to go ahead and... Ooh, that hurts. Take 15 points of force damage.
15?
15.
15, 1-5.
5-0. No, yeah, 1-5.
Okay.
Yeah, 15 points of force damage. As Malvain now stands there just glaring and staring you down, having you right where he wants you. Zaz, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Okay. How far is he?
From you,
Yeah.
10 feet.
Pretty close.
You do have your wild shape up.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd say he's in that.
Okay.
And he failed his saving throw.
Oh, hooray.
Yeah.
Let me just roll that real quick.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Sorry, guys. There we go.
No, it's all right.
11 damage.
11 damage. 83. All right. Hurt. You still have a turn.
Yep. I am going to get a little distance away.
Okay. Hop off the cart, kind of.
Yep. Find
Okay.
a different little spot to kind of like maybe get a viewpoint. And I'm going to cast a second level moonbeam.
Second level moonbeam. All right. So he's going to enter that. What is your saving throw?
It's a con 14.
It's a 14. That's what I thought. So I rolled a 13. So he fails.
23 damage.
He's starting to look bloodied. No, I'm kidding. That hurts as the moonlit spotlight comes from the sky in a beam of just pure light down on Malvain. You can hear his skin begin to sizzle and burn. He's really rough, guys.
Okay, and I'm gonna keep the moonbeam on him as much as I can.
All right. So, Alastair, you're up. At this point, he is, I'd say, 40 feet in front of you.
Okay. I will use my movement to get 30 feet from him.
Okay.
And then I will pull out Amalthea, the whip, and
Okay.
attack twice.
All right, so go ahead and roll.
So 15 for both.
Okay, what do you think here? So, on the first one, roll an additional d6, if you remember.
Yes.
Because you do have the gloves on, right?
Yes.
Okay.
5, so 20.
So it makes it 20. So the first one hits.
Okay.
Yeah, that can only proc one. I still didn't get you the item card for those, did I?
I don't believe so.
Okay. That's kind of why I paused. I was waiting for you to... Right, that's my bad. I do
Yeah,
apologize.
that's fine. 10 damage.
10 damage. As you go and crack the first one, it catches him on the back and you watch him wince in pain. The second one just comes up a little bit short. Alastair, in your head, you hear the voice of the unicorn Amalthea go, well, this is a familiar one, isn't he? Anything else from you?
Nope. That's it.
All right, top of the round. Zane, what are you doing?
So the cart has stopped.
Cart has stopped.
And how far away is Malvin from us again?
From you? Like 10
Yeah,
feet?
he's right there.
He's right there. He is coming for your buns.
Okay.
Crazy.
Just let me read something.
Yep, for sure. This spell reading break is brought to you by Rage Shadow Legends.
Shh, I'm trying to read.
That's brought to you by Map Tools.
Don't want to get DDoS like map tools? Why not try our sponsor, NordVPN?
Okay, you know what? Fine, I'll just do Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Oh my god, you guys.
we can give you time to read. It's all right.
Here's the first.
All right.
Doesn't
I mean,
hit.
These references are pretty tasty, just like Blue Apron.
Ooh.
Here's the second. That hits.
Okay, so the first one misses. The second one hits.
And what is it, +6 again?
Yeah. 1d10 plus 6.
21.
It'd be 1d10 plus 6. I'm going to get you to re-roll that because d10
Oh,
does not
yeah,
have a
that-
15 on it. Ooh, that would be a tasty damage roll for a cantrip, though. My god.
8.
Okay, makes sense. That's about... Yeah, okay. Regardless, you have a witty one-liner for Malvain to hear? As you do it again with Eldritch Blast for some fucking reason? Thank
Fuck
you.
off!
Is that what you're saying? Is fuck off?
Yes, yes.
Just fuck off. As you do, the Eldritch Blast comes out of your hand, and this time, as it strikes him, you hear a cat in distance. As it strikes him, instead of there being viscera and gore and guts and broken bones flying everywhere, you watch as the body shrivels up and the hair kind of does that thing as it all falls to the ground. And where there once stood a 9-foot warlock now crumples to the ground of a battered and utterly just like destroyed corpse of an orc. You guys are now out of initiative. At this point, the sun is just coming up.
Tossing that fucker over the side.
Of the cart? You're just pushing him over?
Yep.
All right. She's just kind of, just as the corpse just kind of falls and crumples, and you can actually see every hit you guys did on it. It's very strange. Where Malvain himself didn't show signs so much of the whip and the moonbeam, this carcass very much does.
He's gonna come back eventually. I don't think that thing is going to stop.
Do you guys see the way that I threw him out of the cart? That was awesome.
So you're saying the werewolf fucking warlock can come back from the dead? In anybody?
I guess.
Oh.
How much does everybody know about werewolves and warlocks? And warlock werewolves.
I don't know much about it.
Why did you stop the cart? Why did you stop the cart?
I wasn't just gonna leave him.
Ugh.
Thank you.
Gonna go over and take my seat at the front.
I'm gonna go kind of just like roll myself into the cart.
Hands in pockets.
Orange Cassidy style.
Orange Cassidy stuff. That's the second wrestling reference tonight. I'm very happy. That makes me happy. There needs to be more wrestling references in this game. All right, so heading off. Make an animal handling check. The horses are still rather spooked.
You want me to make an who's
No,
making-
Quirin.
Okay.
Quirin
I
is
took
taking
over.
the reins from
Yep. 15.
15. All right. You're able to get them moving. Yes, as.
Guys, I'm real hurt.
Take your rest now. We have time.
Here, I've got you, and I'll touch him and cast Cure Wounds. Oh no. It's not a lot, but it'll heal that little scratch you got on you.
So how do I do this again?
I healed you for 5.
Oh, you sent me for 5?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So, at this point, it's about 7 in the morning. Quirin, you can't take a rest as you are driving the cart.
Yep.
It's
I'm
4
gonna
days.
pop
Go
cure
ahead.
wounds onto mine.
Okay, you're gonna cure wounds yourself?
Yep.
All right. At this point, it's 4 days to sword break. So, let's do this day then.
Can I roll my dice for a short
Well-
or long rest?
Let me actually, let's see here. Because on a long rest, you won't need to roll the dice. All right. So, at this point, Zane, you're resting?
Yes.
Okay, so before we decide if that's a short or long rest, we're going to go about this day and see if anything wakes you up.
Okay.
Okay, if you're able to stay asleep for the full 8 hours, I'll give you a long rest. Sound good?
Mm-hmm.
Quirin's driving. Zane's just passing the hell out.
I'm also gonna pass the hell out.
Zaz is passing out.
I'm gonna take a short rest.
Okay.
Just
So are you taking a short rest, or are you going to attempt to actually take the whole long rest?
If I can take a long rest, I'll take it. But
Okay.
if not, I'll sell for what I get.
I'll keep watch behind us.
Okay. All right. So at this point, Quirin in the front, Alastair in the back. Can I get you both to make perception checks? Excuse me.
25. Sharpie Evans loves Mo.
16.
Aw, thank you.
Somebody has to.
Oh.
Coming from a Laster.
Fair.
I'm sorry, I was just trying it on.
All right. So, that's interesting. About 3 hours go by. As you're going down the road, let me just take a look at this random encounter table because I know this is something. Oh, lucky you guys. As you go down the road,
Malvane again.
Malvane appears now. You notice at first, Quirin, at this time of the day, you actually haven't seen many other horses or carts moving. You kind of get the idea that people are probably just starting at camp or starting back in either Redwater or Swordbreak on their back and forth. But what you do see off in the distance, underneath a tree, protecting themselves from the burning summer sun rising now, is two men, horses behind them tied up, dressed in guard armor. And they both have a piece of paper, and they're just holding that piece of paper and watching you as you come by. Alastair, it takes a little bit longer, but eventually you catch their eye too. And you start going by, and at this point you're maybe 10 feet from them, and they're not saying anything, but they are looking at you.
I'll give them a slight wave. Like
They give you the
like two people who pass with boats.
right, the three finger. Yeah.
Yeah.
They were holding a piece of paper.
Each of them has a piece of parchment. Yeah.
Does it have anything written on it?
That you can see. Make a perception check.
$11.
There's definitely something on the other side. As you get the feeling that this is mass produced, this particular thing, as it's not very thick. And there does appear to be quite a bit of something on the other side. It's not writing. And they kind of, as you get like right in front of them, they both kind of hold up the parchment, like next to everyone's face, and look at the parchment, and look at you, look at the parchment, and look back, and they're scanning each person and comparing it with the piece of paper they have. They kind of give you a nod and let you go
Can
on
they
your
see
way.
the ones of us that are just like...
They can
out
see you
of
guys
it?
asleep. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep, they can see you guys. So the first 4 hours passes without a hitch. Other than that, next 4 hours pass. The three of you who were asleep, you are still asleep. Nothing has woken you up yet. Alastair and Quirin, what are you two doing?
Smoking heavily.
Okay.
Just sitting there in silence, brooding slightly.
Okay. Are you guys looking out for anything, or?
Just trying to scan the path and surroundings behind us.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check for the next part of this day.
16. Again.
16. All right. Nothing catches your eye. At this point, next 4 hours pass. The three of you who went to sleep take a long rest. The random encounter table shined graciously upon you today. And it was one off from combat. So you guys got lucky. So everyone's now awake. You're on the, at this point, starting the 9th through 12th hour of the day on the cart. No stops. You all kind of realize you skipped breakfast. You haven't had lunch. And it's getting close to dinner time now. As, unsurprisingly enough, you hear Mo's stomach gargle first. Yeah, just
No, I thought Zane was snoring again.
Isn't it weird when Zane sleeps, he's got like that one eye that half open? Isn't that weird?
It's
Zane's
better than
making a
you
face at you
mumbling in your
guys.
sleep.
It's still not as bad
Zane's
as
making a
his
face at
snoring.
you guys.
Well, come on, Zane, it's not that bad. I mean, you could have a dead werewolf hunting after you.
Zane looks pretty cold at Quirin.
It's all right. We've all got things. Okay, no, we don't all have that. Do you know anything about this besides? You're absolutely certain that was Melvin, and I'm pretty sure that I knew that was Mel. What? Why?
What do you mean, why? Why am I certain it's Malvain?
No. Why has he come back from the dead and is so hell-bent on killing you?
I have no idea.
You did kill him before.
An eye for an eye, I suppose.
Quirin, if every upset person that we killed came back from the dead, we'd be in trouble.
Yes, but it is the same one that is tied to the same kind of warlocky thing with the demon that he is.
Hmm.
So maybe he's more of a practitioner or whatever. I don't know warlocks. How does it work?
Is that the pinnacle of warlock magic? Being able to come back from the dead?
I have no idea. I'm rather new to this myself.
Do you talk to your patron often? Do you like writing a book every night, or how do you pray?
Why don't we talk about something else?
Do you guys think I should like?
Shut up. Yes.
Never mind.
Ah. Gonna take out a ration and start eating while I'm driving?
All right.
He's like every dad on a vacation. No stops.
Yep.
We got granola bars in the cooler between ya.
Dad, let's pick up the hitchhiker. No.
Which, as you're driving, you actually see quite a few hitchhikers. Nothing to write home about. Just people kind of walking, and as you go by, they give you a wave and
Fuck off.
kind of jokingly hold their thumb out, and wave
off.
as you go by.
Fuck off.
Quirin's just flipping them the bird. I'm just gonna spend this time and try and spend a bunch of time with that book and
Okay.
make some rations. That's it.
All right. So everyone's kind of eating, taking your downtime. Is there anything else you guys want to do during this next 4 hours?
No. I don't understand.
All right. So 12 hours pass. Mo, mark down another 4 hours on your book.
All right.
Quirin, how much longer are you pushing?
Not as long as last night.
All right. So at this point, you've been going for 12 hours. You had a rough morning. You're getting pretty tired. The sun is now just kind of starting to dip below the horizon. What do you guys want to do?
Look for a decent spot to set up camp.
Make an investigation check.
$15.
15. Okay. You're able to find a spot relatively easily, though your first choice and second choice both seem to actually be occupied by other covered wagons and, some other people who have formed a bonfire. Pulling into your spot, you all kind of hop out and you look around, and you don't see any trees, and you're actually able to see the light of the other camp's bonfires.
A little bit closer than I would have liked it, but
I mean, we could go over there and set up camp with them. Safety in numbers.
and if they try to slit our throats while we sleep?
We just killed a werewolf.
Yes.
Technically, that time he wasn't a werewolf. He was an orc, but
An undead orc, which you wanted to talk to.
I didn't want to talk to no one. I wanted to kill it. again, which we did.
Your exact words were, use hold person, talk to them.
I mean, that could be correct. I don't really remember. So that's
Zane, actually, you have the highest intelligence. You do remember, and the words were, "Let's use hold person, and all get ready to attack him," is what Alastair did say.
Yeah.
So you can use that information how you see fit.
Okay.
By staying silent.
Yep.
I'm gonna try and grind out as much of this book as I can until.
Okay. I'm going to say you've already taken your long rest, right? So if you want to get 8 hours of reading in, an extra 8 hours of reading, you can do that and take just the 1 4-hour shift of sleep for a short rest, just for the sake of sleeping the night, and not have any penalty.
Okay.
And that goes for Zaz and Zane as well, if there's something you guys want to do throughout the night.
Okay. Well, that would have completed the book. So.
All right. Congratulations. Add a permanent 2 points to your intelligence. As you, middle of the night, you finish the puzzles and the strange square-based thing where you had to put the numbers 1 through 9 in straight lines, up and down, and horizontal, and then in each box, some ancient thing. You couldn't pronounce the name if you wanted to. It's a Sudoku puzzle.
Oh my god!
Your
I hate
intelligence,
you.
your intelligence. You just feel as if the mental workout has paid dividends. And as you look down at the book, it almost feels like when you're holding. It's almost like as if you had your hand on the washing machine, and it stopped. Just the raw energy that the book once held has left.
Aw.
So that's Mo's night. Make sure you increase your stat.
Is that? Can I just do that under other modifiers or?
Yes.
Which? Okay. Yeah.
Yep. So at this point, just to make for the sake of brevity, who will be taking the watches?
I'm immediately asleep.
Okay.
I'll take first watch.
Okay. So 1 watch from Zaz,
If I've already had my long rest, I'll take a
1
watch.
from Zane.
I'm exhausted. I'm going to sleep.
Okay, and then Zaz, you only need 4 hours of sleep anyway, right?
Yep.
Okay, so we'll say that you can take 2. So Zaz, make me 2 perception checks, and Zane, make me 1.
Okay. Hold on, let me just confirm that number.
No worries.
Okay. 19.
19. The night passes without any issue. As the sun rises, you can all wake up well rested. There's 3 days to sword break. What are you guys doing?
Are the other camps that we could see at nighttime, are those people left or gone or?
By the time you guys get up, the camps that were already set up and kind of people resting have taken an early leave and are already just smoldering piles of ash where their fires used to be.
Well, it looks like. Did anybody see them leave, or?
Nope.
Who was awake? I passed out as soon as I laid down.
Yep.
Nothing worth mentioning.
DM, would we have noticed anything worth mentioning?
Zaz, you would have taken last watch. You saw a couple of them pack up and leave. A lot of them left either just a little bit before sunrise or at sunrise. Nothing really to write home about. They just kind of packed up their stuff and went down the road.
Didn't miss much.
So what are you guys doing?
Packing up the cart.
Yeah.
All right, packing up for the day, heading on out.
Yep.
While I'm in the cart, I will try to affix the 4 dragon teeth I have onto either my sword or my armor. I don't have any glue. All I have is rope. Let's try and jam it in there in places.
Go ahead and make.
I love that idea. Just jam it in there.
Ew. Go ahead and make a. What toolkits do you have on your person, Alastair?
Oh my gosh. Disguise.
Okay. Go ahead and make a sleight of hand check for me.
Oh, alright. That's 8.
So you spend a good part of the day, probably longer than you'd like to admit, holding these dragon teeth to your sword and wrapping the rope around them. And a number of times you think you've finished, and then the teeth fall out. Or the rope comes undone. And it takes you a good long time. And when you finally have them attached, wrapped up with this rope, you stand back and you look at your sword and go, the rope is blocking the blade.
All right. This didn't work as planned. I'll have to get something to. You know what? This is a bad idea. I'm just gonna feel defeated.
All right. So, who'd like to make perception checks for the day?
I'll do one.
All right.
I'll take one.
Okay.
I'll do another one.
All right. A 16. 22. 5. All right. Mo, you're a little distracted throughout the day, looking at all the local fauna and flora, as you see numerous small animals running around and flowers blowing in the wind. It's a beautiful scene. The summer here, just off the edge of the Jade Basin. About 2 o'clock in the afternoon, Quirin and Zaz. Quirin, just due to the fact that you are the one driving the cart, and Zaz, whether it just be by happenstance that you were looking in that direction, or whether you're acting as a co-pilot, about probably a mile ahead of you, you see what looks like 3 or 4 carts stopped on the road.
Hey, Quirin, there's 3 or 4 carts stopped on the road.
Gonna slow down.
Okay. It's like there's a fucking echo. All right. You slow down, and as you get closer, it becomes apparent that it's actually not really 3 or 4 carts. It's closer to maybe 7 or 8. As you pull up, you're kind of at the back of the line, which it could only really be described as a medieval traffic jam. What are you guys doing?
Medieval traffic.
Why
Car
we
has
stopped?
There are carrots in the way. Some of us should figure out what's going on.
I didn't realize I was muted.
Hop off the cart.
Okay.
What's going? I'm like midway, like trying to like clean out the pipe for the morning.
At this point, it's like in the afternoon. It's like 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So you're just trying to
Yeah,
clear it
I
out
for-
after you've been distracted.
Yep. I'll get out.
All right. Alastair, Mo are out. Okay.
Just
So-
start walking up, kind of slowly.
So as you start walking up, you kind of look back and forth to the carts and realize that all the carts seem empty. No one's really in them, and you're looking and they don't look abandoned. They don't look like they've been here for a while. And as you kind of make your way through the carts, you're actually met with probably everyone who was on them standing in a line, looking at something on the road.
Right, what's all this then?
Guy kind of turns back and goes, "Well, this is a new one. We're trying to decide whether we should squash the little buggers or if they're gonna move on their own, or
Well, like turtles or ducks or something.
no, those would be easy. They don't bite."
What exactly is in the side of the road?
He goes, "Oh, take a look for yourself." And he steps aside. And it's a sight to behold. 500 snakes lying on the road, bathing in the sun. As
Is
they're
this
all...
St. Patrick's Day episode?
Maybe. There's just hundreds of them just on the road in the beautiful summer air, just sitting there sunbathing. And as you begin to listen, you can actually now hear the rest of you at the back. You can hear the faint everyone's just kind of standing there scratching their heads, and the man looks back and goes, "Yeah, so we don't know if we squash them or if we try to move them, or
How wide of a, like, is it like a 10-foot circle, like a 15-foot circle?
the snakes."
Like, yeah.
You're looking at probably somewhere along the lines of like 60 to 70 feet of road that's just snake.
I could try and burn them.
Can I determine whether these are like venomous snakes or if like are they paying any attention to the people watching them?
We'll start with the venomous. Make a nature check.
Yep, nature. I'm in nature all the time. This should be great. Oh, this is nature. This is great.
Snakes bite. You're aware of this.
I've got armor on. I'll be fine.
Yeah, you're not entirely sure if they're venomous or not.
Are they paying any attention to anything that's watching them?
They are just kind of sunbathing.
I'm gonna step into the mound of snakes.
Okay.
What is he?
What's your armor
I'm just
class?
gonna look at.
16.
Okay. Mob rules here. 16. So as you take one step in and come within range of approximately 25 snakes, you actually take 20 points of piercing damage as 20 of them get up into your armor and start biting you violently.
Oh god, okay, alright, bad move. Ah!
The rest of you at the back, Zaz, Quir, and Zane, that's all you hear.
Does
What, the
anybody
guy
want-
walking into the pile of snakes
Yeah.
at that
If we're
time?
going back to our group, I'm in the middle of talking to Quirin,
Okay.
and I say, "I kid you not, Quirin. He turns himself into a pickle. His name is Pickle Rick. Funniest shit I've ever."
I'll just.
What
walk...
is a pickle?
You wouldn't get it.
I'll walk back. The
One
way-
second, let me just rest my head in my hands.
I'm trying to gloss over that reference. That
No, we're gonna sit here for a second and appreciate the shot that she took.
I'm
Press up for
crying.
Warlock.
Oh.
So Mo, you're walking back.
I never did understand Randwood humor. Redwater humor. I said redwood. So lots of snakes. Kill them. I don't speak snake.
Oh, I'm just like ripping snakes out of me. Right.
I can.
Okay,
I
wait.
can-
Hold on. I've got the thing. And I'll slip the ring of animal talking on,
Okay.
and I'll try and talk to a particularly large snake.
Okay. But it's sitting there, and as you slip the ring on and you cast Speak with Animals, what you can hear is just, yes.
Excuse me. Do you mind moving like 10 or 12 feet to the right? Like all of you.
Shove off. Goes back. He's just resting.
I don't want to kill you, or burn you alive, but it can.
At this point, the particularly large snake doesn't actually turn to look at you, but you do watch as its tail perks up and begins to make a rattling sound.
What did he do?
Is there anything I can give you that'll persuade you to move? I don't know what snakes like.
It's warm.
Right. Mo, they like the sun.
I don't know about the sun, but I could give him a taste of dragon fire.
I mean, I don't really want to kill them. They're just enjoying the day. How would you like it if you were laying on the road, enjoying the sun, and someone came and burned you alive?
I don't lay on the road. We
Well,
politely move off to the side as not to impede traffic.
This has been Traffic Laws with Mo. Just imagine Mo looking at the camera and giving a thumbs up.
I don't know. Do you have any, like, is there any, like, I don't, can we, like, make a fight? No, they don't like fight. I don't know what to do.
Well, I can't get all of them, but I can cast a fairly wide net.
Now, during this conversation, the general confusion of everything is broken by a noise. It's a noise that actually none of you have ever heard before, but it's loud and it's sudden. As you're talking, there's suddenly just a large and the entire group jumps. As you turn to your left, you see a fairly grizzled guy dressed in a really nice suit, holding what looks like a wood and metal stick of some kind that's smoking from the end. And looking down in front of him is a snake with its head absolutely fucking exploded.
Whoa! The hell was that?
Guy kind of turns back and goes, "It's my new toy."
What,
Everyone's
like
kind
some
of looking at him just like wide-eyed.
Mop,
What?
mop. What? It's some sort of wand of blasting or something.
No, this thing here doesn't use magic. No, it uses black powder. This one in particular is just real bad news. You just pack it in, kapow, pull the trigger, and it's gone.
That's all right. Well, I suppose.
Allison Jaffe, I'm tipping my hat right now.
Well, I've tried reasoning with him. I say we just take care of business. And I will cast Zaphan's Engulfing Eruption and start swinging at snakes on the ground.
Okay. So, you know, they're fucking snakes. Like, like I'm not gonna start rolling here because it's like, oh, make a Constitution saving throw, Mr. Snake. Let's see what you can do. Let me just get 500 fucking die. That's not happening.
Alaska, can you take 2 steps to the left?
Just like using me as a minesweeper. Okay.
At this point, yeah, that's what's happening. Is you kind of walk in, Alaster, and these things start to go like just burn up around you. As this begins, Quirin, Zaz, and Zane, what are you 3 doing? And I swear to God, if you're talking about Pickle Rick again, rocks fall, everyone dies.
Kid you not, Zaz.
There was this wizard who turned himself into a pickle.
If he's telling the pickle story, ignore him.
I'm gonna.
No, what are those 3? Well, I'll get to you in a second, Mo. What are you 3 doing?
Okay, so just hear me out. Fog cloud. I'm gonna make sure that we're pointed in the right direction beforehand. Fog cloud. We can't see what we're doing. Just barrel forward. Don't even worry about nothing. Just barrel forward. Cover your ears if you have to. Just barrel forward.
And Alaster is now in flames, just going. All right. So Alaster's moving. Mo, what are you doing?
I'm gonna wait for him to just kind of like. I'm just gonna communicate with him. Wait for him to step off to the side. I'm gonna extend my hand and cast Agonizar's Scorcher.
Okay.
5 foot wide, 30 foot long. Just
all right.
A path.
All right. So just as you're kind of walking and swinging, Mo just kind of holds out the Raven Queen's projection as your spellcasting focus. And there's just a kind of like the tire tracks from Back to the Future. As just you see just snakes just start burning and flying. And at this point, the gentleman who's holding the smoking kind of rod made of steel and wood kind of goes, yeah, I like how these boys work. And just cracks it, puts 2 more things into it, puts it back. And it's just chaos at this point as Mo and Alasters are moving forward. And this gentleman, quote unquote, is behind them, just blowing these things out of the air as they sizzle and go up. You see people start grabbing just walking sticks and large boots. And have you ever seen that Robot Chicken skit, Weasel Stomping Day? That, as I assume Zaz, Quirin, and Zane, you stand there and you watch what was once a civilized group of people standing there going, we don't want to kill the snakes, has now just turned into a massacre. A serpentine massacre. What are you 3 doing as this army of anger is forging ahead, killing all the snakes?
Are the carts moving forward yet?
No, nobody's in their cart. They're all actually just going forward and schmucking the snakes. Oh, what?
No!
Oh, hey, a Stone Cold Steve Austin gift. That's the 3rd wrestling thing tonight. That's interesting. That piston is what's happening. That's what's happening. All right.
I'm just watching the moment of impact and it goes.
What are you guys doing? Quirin, Zaz, Zane, what are you guys doing?
I'm kind of just watching and I'm just like, wow.
Vietnam flashback, just staring off towards the carnage going ahead.
All right. So as it kind of eventually clears out and all the snakes are dead, it ends with Alastair putting a big boot down on the tiny little garter snake that's left trying to escape. And you just kind of crush your boot in as you look back, and there is just a path of destruction as the gentleman with the exploding stick kind of goes, all right, well, I'm out of these here shoosty thingies. So if anyone's got any more snakes, they're gonna have to take care of them themselves.
Well, glad you were here to help us, sir. And the flame extinguishes. Alastair Zafin. It's nice
Clayton
to meet
Hendricks, nice to meet you.
you. Yes! I'm good. Clayton, excellent. Tell me more about this this device.
All this here? They didn't exactly tell me what it was. I just know it makes a big boom sound. 1 second here. He kind of tilts it on its end. He goes, GUN. I guess it's called a gun.
Zaz is just like staring into. Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a gun. Unfortunately, I can't do it again. It takes these little cylindrical thingies I got to put in the chamber here, and then I got to, it's pretty technical. It's actually kind of expensive, but it gets the job done.
Well, that is really interesting. Would you part with it?
I'm not so sure about that one there. I've kind of grown to like this thing. Matter of fact, I hear through the grapevine there that they're actually trying to make a smaller one so that you can actually have 2 of these things, one at each hand. Pop, pop.
My lord, he's stupider than Alastair.
Where did you procure this?
Oh, I got it up there in Dragontail when the whatchamacalls that came down there from up north there doing the trade thingy.
That helps.
I feel like I understand exactly what he's saying. We are on the same page.
I believe you.
Right. That's wonderful. I hope to see you around. And if there's any way to contact you, Mr. Hendricks.
Probably not. I'm actually just kind of wandering around right now. Don't know where I'm going, but maybe we'll cross paths or something. I got this invitation here saying I got to go talk to some wizard fella, but yeah.
I do hope our paths cross again. And God, I love your accent. It's excellent.
Thank you. I grew it myself. Anywho, my party's actually all the way back down the road and already back on their wagon. So if you don't mind, I'm just going to hop on there and skedaddle.
Right on.
Good die.
All right.
I'll be seeing you around.
Don't.
It was worth a shot. Okay. And I'll turn around on my heel and walk back towards the rest of the group.
All right.
Can I just, as I'm going, pick up not a large, like a decent sized snake?
Okay. Yeah. I'd say that you're able to pick up a charred remains of a serpent.
Something,
yes.
Something that's not well done.
Right. Just kind of singed and dead.
Yeah. Anyone that wants snake?
No.
No?
I'm sure we could use the hide for something.
Please don't bring a pile of dead snakes into the cart.
Well, it's a big, large snake. It'll be fun. It's just one.
Excuse me.
Oh no.
Yes.
As you turn around to see where the voice came from, there's a young half-elven girl just actually stepping off of a very well-groomed horse. She's kind of looking at you, Five, and goes, I don't mean to be rude, but the 2 of you that handle those snakes, could I speak with you for a moment, please?
Sure, absolutely.
Sure.
Excellent. Are you headed towards Swordbreak?
As a matter of fact, we are.
Excellent. So, if my timing is correct, and it should be, by possibly evening tomorrow night, you're actually going to reach the point where my employer has set up our event for the evening. It is a combat event, and we do like to have travelers come and try their hand against our champions, and I think you two would be perfect. Let me give you the card here. And she hands each of you, Mo and Alastair, hands you a small off-white card with the letters CGF kind of pressed into it in a nice silver. And goes, if you show those at the event, you'll be able to see it. A lot of people will be stopping there. You and your party will be in for free. She kind of looks around and goes, of you three, we usually take 3 competitors a night. Are any of you three proficient in hand-to-hand combat at all?
Look at Zaz.
Also turned his ass.
She
A
kind of looks
little.
at you. Well, give it some thought. It's it's nothing life-threatening. It's nothing serious. Just a little bit of fun. And she hands you a similar card, Zaz, and says, "But by all means, continue on your travels. I have to actually head back. I've been actually going up and down the road looking for people just like you."
Can I just, this being in my background wheelhouse, does
Yes.
this ring like the name of the card and whatever? Like I would have seen. Am I aware of who these people are, or
Make
what-
a history check.
All right. Which is now +3. 9.
You're kind of thinking, you're like, I know fighting for sport, but it's not ringing any bells. She kind of turns and goes, "But yes, by all means, continue your travels. I know you must all be busy, whether you're soldiers or traders or mercenaries. That's none of our business. But yes, just look for us and look for the lights. And when you get there, one sec, gotta open my notes here. You're going to be looking for a Dawn Trig. I just hand him the card and say that that Ava recruited you."
Sorry, what does... It looks like a weird L and then like a... Oh, I've got the card upside down. What does CGF stand for?
Couldn't give a fuck.
She kind of turns and looks and goes, "Do none of you know what this is?"
Well, these are
I-
letters on a card.
I did spend a considerable amount of time in this background, in the fighting background, but it doesn't ring any bells for me.
We're relatively new. Do you, by any chance, have a flair for the dramatic?
Oh, I mean, does this look
Please
like
don't
someone
get
who
him. Don't get him
Matt,
started. Don't get him
kind of
started.
pull my sword out and the cape billows?
He goes, "Excellent. Well, perhaps we'll leave it a surprise then until you get there. We'll see if maybe you still are interested. However, it is paid, as we do make a fair amount of money from the door. You'll be getting, if you participate, 5% of the door, and if you win," and she kind of winks at that, "you'll get 10%. So, it's about maybe a day and a quarter away. Hopefully you're able to stop. It should be a lot of fun, but I do have to help set up. We just actually got the spot from another traveling procurer of wares, if you will. Someone we've been kind of circling and dancing with. It's difficult to explain. However, I look forward to seeing you, and I bid you farewell." And she gets back up on the horse and kind of takes off into a gallop down the road.
I'd like to make a perception check on her.
On her what?
Ass.
On her elven booty as she's
right.
getting on the horse.
Okay, go ahead and make a perception check, you pervert.
It's part of my character.
If you roll low, I hope you're checking out the horse's ass.
You did it in all caps.
This is an important role.
It's very important. Ooh, 15.
Ahem. I believe, as the kids say, she thick.
Oh yes, the ass was fat.
Ye old ass was fat.
Loading scroll.jpg.
All right, so she's taken off.
Oh damn it! I put in the wrong one, but still.
Okay, I will. All right, fine.
Gonna delete that.
Yep, please and thank you. What are you guys doing? She's just taken off, and Zaz, Mo, and Alaster each have one of these cards. All right.
I'll go back to the cart and jump on as it tries to drive away.
All right. So this is where we're going to take our break. So, all right. So at this point, it's like 3 p.m. You guys are back on the cart. What are you guys doing? Just traveling along?
Yep.
Okay. So, is there anything left for you guys to discuss on this day?
I don't understand anything here.
It's really simple, Zaz. He turns himself into a pickle.
Are you still going on about the wizard turning himself into a pickle?
Ah, you wouldn't get it.
It's a it's a lovely tale, but I don't see how that could be true.
Sounds like you need a high IQ to understand that reference.
Oh my fucking god.
We have been with you for quite a while now. Where did you even learn about this? You're just talking about it now. We have been together for weeks.
It says something I read recently. You know, sometimes I can get into some light reading. It doesn't have to be spells and tales all the time.
Wait, they make books on tales.
You know what I mean.
Man,
As
that
you-
Clayton guy was great.
Sure he was. This isn't Alaster talking. This isn't Alaster talking, and you know it. Hold on. In the background, you can actually, in the distance, Zaz, with your passive perception, just hear Anywho, moving on.
Thank you.
All right. So, you travel down the road. The other carts you can still see ahead of you, a fair distance. Some of them do seem to be trying to push a faster pace, as their day has been held up, obviously by the trail of snakes. But for the most part, the trail is relatively uninteresting, uneventful. You're able to find a spot at the side of the road, bed down for the night. You can all take a long rest. Wake up in the morning. Is there anything you guys want to do before you head back on the road?
Yeah.
All right. You get back on the cart. You make your day's travel. So, 3 perception checks from people, whoever would like to make them.
I'll make one.
All right.
I'll make one.
All right. So go ahead and make those 3 perception checks.
Does Spoolie get a nacho bonus?
No.
That's pretty cheesy. You think that's bad? This is just the tip of the iceberg.
Oh.
I almost spat out my drink. I was so close.
Anywho. Oh my god. Anywho. Sorry, I'm just sitting here going, why? Why do I do this to myself? Let me roll that percentile dice. About halfway through the day, Alaster, you do begin to notice more and more carts are coming into view. And with the pace you guys are trying to keep, moving quickly, you are passing quite a few of them. You recognize some people from the snake incident. Some you don't recognize at all. But for the most part, they all seem to be heading in the same direction. The day is dull. It is hot. And when the sun finally goes down, it's refreshing. It's a beautiful summer evening. It's very cool. It takes a while. But Zane, eventually, while you're keeping an eye out, down the road, probably just a few miles, not very much further, you do see what appears to be a congregation of carts and quite a bit of light. And as you get closer and closer, there's a lot of carts here. As you kind of pull your cart into a spot, and I assume make your way out of the cart. And what you're greeted with is a bizarre sight. What you see is a kind of a larger black tent, kind of pushed off into the back. And in front of the tent, there's a red carpet that rolls down to what looks like a small pen in the middle of a whole bunch of bleachers. That's just absolutely packed with people. There's a lineup, and you see, as you're kind of standing there in line, trying to figure out what's going on and getting your sights of things, you see that the person actually taking coin is Ava, the woman that you had encountered the day before. You patiently wait your turn, and you eventually make it to the front of the line. She kind of perks up and goes, "Oh, excellent! You actually stopped."
Yes.
It's hard to miss.
Well, that's kind of what we hope for here. Well then, I guess the three of you can come with me. Your friends are more than welcome to enter free of charge, of course. If you'd like to get some front row seats, we do have some right here for you, pointing, of course, to Zane and Quirin.
Do we really have time for this, guys?
No.
Yeah, but
It's dark out already, right?
Yeah. It's nighttime.
I mean, we're not going to go anywhere in the dark, and we could use the money that we get to help our cause.
Help our cause of a slad pandemic.
Which, by going there directly, would stop the pandemic.
Zaz,
Hi.
you see Ava kind of perk up at that.
I don't mention anything. I want the conversation to continue.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we could buy ingredients or potions or hire someone to make whatever it is that cured you, Quirin.
We already have the other one. We just need to cure the one person that has it.
But at the end of the day, we're not gonna go running around through the forest at night. We're already here. If we don't want to partake, we go back to the cart, we sleep. We're already here, and it's kind of obvious that nobody's gonna try and nothing's going to attack us. Well, at least.
But plus, I'm sure there's a food cart and maybe some ale, or you know, I can only go so long on rations. I'm sure you feel the same.
Actually, at the end of the night, if everything goes well and our performers in the back take a liking to you, the one of them there, Eddie, is quite partial to ale. You might get along.
I mean, if there's ale or drink, I'm sure we could all join or It's after a good fight. You need to rehydrate, I suppose.
Of course, of course. Anywho, if you two just want to take a seat, I just have to get these two to the back and figure out some finer details.
Can I make a insight check on that?
Go ahead.
Hmm. 12.
She seems sincere.
All right, I'll follow along.
Okay. So, at this point, she kind of puts a rope across the entrance and just waits and says, "I'll just be one moment, everybody. I know you're all clamoring. It's been a long time since we've been to this particular part of the coast, but rest assured, I'll be back in just a moment." And she begins leading Alastair, Zaz, and Mo towards that kind of black tent at the back. You kind of walk up the carpet, and you actually notice that the tent itself seems to be on sort of an upwards incline from everything, so that it's almost peering downwards. And she kind of pulls open the tent and says, "Go on in. You're looking for Don Trigg. I'm going to warn you. He's a little strange. Just go on in and ask."
Absolutely. Let's
All right.
go.
Okay. Alastair, you're going in?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go.
Mo-
I'll go in as
okay.
well.
Zaz?
Same.
All right. You're going to say something, Mo?
I was just gonna say like, just trying to look for this fellow.
Yeah.
I assume he's some sort of, fight coordinator or shot caller. Which I've seen people like
You've seen
that.
before. Yeah.
Yeah.
You kind of walk in and you look around, and the tent itself actually seems to be separated into multiple different kind of rooms, almost held up by poles. And there's kind of a central room, and in it you see about a 2-foot tall balding gnome kind of doing like leg stretches on a bench. He's just kind of oh, hello.
Hello.
Hi.
We're
Don
looking.
Trigg?
Oh, no, I'm not Don Trigg. I'm Carl. Don Trigg would be in. Just give me 1 second. And with that, just the gnome vanishes. And you hear and you see one of the flaps open up. You hear, Don Trigg, you have visitors? Some big guys. And that's when you hear from the back of the tent, "All right, don't you worry. I'll be right on out there in a second. Don't you worry. Just hold on."
I had an entirely different voice for this character, and I'm
not what I envisioned.
So at this point, there's and back in front of you is the gnome. He goes, "All right, yeah, he'll be out in just 1 second. He looks like he was just doing some books." You stand there a moment. You kind of get a smell, and it's a strange smell. It's a mixture of like wet hair and roses. Strangely enough, it's very odd. And eventually, the curtain opens, and out comes a rather portly half orc with a blonde receding hairline, and he's dressed in like black and yellow polka dots. And he goes, "All right, who's come on down on this dusty road here to see what I've got for you? All right. Look
I just
at
pulled
you
up
guys.
my card.
Yeah, all right. We got one card here. I like you. Who else got a card?
Also hold up a card.
You got a card? You there, fungal guy. You got a card for me, man?
Show the card.
All right, brother. You got a card. All right. So, have any of you done anything like this before?
Only for about 18 years.
All right. You're a seasoned veteran. I like that. How come I never heard of you?
I spent most of my time in Dragon Tail, and
Oh, in the real fighting pits down there, eh?
yeah, it's a different bit of a
Different scene, different scene,
scene.
brother, different scene, different scene. All right, that's all right. That's all right. That's okay. So,
I'm sorry.
I'll just wait till you guys figure out what's happening here.
I'm so happy
kind
in
of-
the cart.
He kind of looks around and goes, all right, I see you all have weapons, but this isn't a weapon fight. This is bare hand-to-hand combat. All right? So, yeah. So, here's what's going to happen here. Kind of looks at you guys over and goes, who would you say is your strongest member?
That's absolutely me.
All
Me
right.
and Alastair point at each other in unison.
I like that better.
It's like, all right, okay. Let's see here. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so you there in the shiny gold armor, you look like a good guy. All right, so I'm gonna put you against a mean-looking sucker. How's that sound?
That sounds interesting.
All right. Okay. Yeah, you're gonna be the good guy here, and you there with all the scars and stuff. I got a bright, shining individual here that I think that's just gonna make you look great. He'll really work you over, and the crowd's gonna absolutely love it. As for you there, fungal guy, we're gonna do a kind of a special event. We're gonna have you open the show here with Carl here, and the little gnome's like, "Hi."
Hi, Carl.
He goes, okay, all right. So let me just get some names here and where you're from. We'll get kind of a weight class here as well, just something to tell the crowd as you come on out. So, you there, fungal guy, what's your name?
My name's Dakrin.
Dakrin. All right, Dakrin. Is that your real name? Is that a stage name?
A little bit of both.
A little bit of both. All right. Sometimes the best names come from the ones kind of based in reality. That's all right. We got a guy here. Actually, it's the one your shiny friend's gonna be fighting. His name is like some kind of like totally about it. I don't really speak it, but that's all right. But we call him Otto. You know, just kind of rings better. It's a good name. Everyone calls him Otto. But Dakrin. All right, Dakrin, where are you from?
I'd rather not say.
Parts unknown. All right, that's all right. You're not the first, you're not the last. There's actually a big, tall, scary, undead dude who's from parts unknown. He's been parts unknown for about 20 years. Anywho, how much spell do you weigh?
Actually, hold on.
I almost just went, oh fuck.
I'm pretty scrawny. I'm solid 160.
160. We're gonna say you're 185. Just boost up those numbers just a little bit. It's just a common practice. It's been done for years. Don't you worry. All right, buddy with all the scars.
They said scarves.
Actually, it's funny enough, there was a guy who once got a scarf, like just had the crowd just loving a scarf. Same guy actually got a piece of paper with people's names just written on it, just got it over. People loved it. Anywho, guy with, well, the scars. What's your name? Mo. You got like a moniker, Mo? You got like a title or something? You know, like Mo the Crusher or something like that?
The Manticore.
Mo the Manticore. I love it. Manticores are scary, and so are you, and that's how we are going to run it, my friend. Where are you from, Mo the Manticore?
Dragon Tail.
All right, brother, Dragon Tail. Not too far. You're a local boy. I like it. I like it a lot. How much do you weigh?
I'm beefy.
I'm
I'm just trying to figure it. I'm like 6'5", chunky. I'm just trying to fix up my head.
You got 6'5", a little thick.
You know what? It's all right if you don't know how much you weigh. That's okay. We're gonna
I'd
put
say
you down
like
as like
200.
I'm sorry, I'm just stuck on
200.
I'm Mo. I'm chunky.
That wasn't end game. This was me metagame.
Yeah.
I know. But...
It's like, all right. It's all right that you don't know how much you weigh. We're gonna put you down at 255 pounds. Just pure manticore muscle. And shiny boy, what do you got for me, brother?
I'm Alastair Zaphen.
Alastair Zaphen.
The golden talon of the platinum dragon.
You know, that's pretty wordy. We're just going to call you Alastair. We've got this thing with last names here. It just doesn't really fly. And plus, we've already got a guy who's got a pretty wordy name. We just call him Eddie, but his name's real wordy, so we're just gonna have one wordy name for the night, if that's all right with you there, friend?
Sure.
All right, cool. Where are you from, Alastair?
East Cliff.
East Cliff, far from home. All right. We were actually just down in East Cliff. Ran a big show there. Sold out. It was great. How much do you weigh?
260 pounds.
260. Heckin' chonkin' lad. All right. So, how we're gonna go about this here is Dakrin, you're gonna go on first with Carl here. You and Carl are gonna have a little bit of a back and forth type thing. Carl's gonna hit the big finish, and then 1, 2, 3, he's gonna get you clean. Sound good? 230 gold in your pocket. However, if you want to try and work him over, I warn you, he's a tough cookie. You'll get a little bit extra, but you're guaranteed the cash just for coming out. Sound good? I think it just all clicked with all of you what this is.
I figured this out. All those wrestling references tonight.
It was a premonition.
ironic.
I'm kind of here shaking my head. It was funny, but was that cool with you there, Dakrin?
Oh, yep.
All right. That's fine. No one's really going to call you by your name. Just so you know, though, Carl's a little stiff, so it might hurt a little bit. That's all right. Alastair, I'm going to have you, friend, go on second there with Otto. Otto, do you want to come on out? At this point, Alastair, to your left, one of the drapes open, and out walks just a massive, like 6'10", 6'11" bugbear.
Oh, sick.
In in like a black singlet. And he kind of goes, yeah, boss. He goes, it's so weird hearing you talk in your normal voice. I'm just so used to the stage voice. That's okay though. Otto, this here is Alastair. I want you guys to kind of put on a bit of a longer bout, if that's all right. And Bugbear kind of looks and goes, hi, friend. And he holds out his hand.
Hello there. And I'll
Hi.
shake his hand.
Just so you know, my thing's kind of trash talk. I don't really mean any of it. I know that you're just coming in. So I'm going to go a little bit easier on you. But just don't take anything personally. All right?
It's all right. My party's been trash talking me for the last 3 weeks.
All right. Well, if you want to do a little bit of a back and forth, I can take it. I've been called smelly, big, stupid. It's fine. It's all right. Whatever gets the crowd kind of going. Hey, Don Trigg, who's going over? He goes, I haven't really thought of that. I kind of prefer for my guys to go over, if that's all right. They're not going to like the fact that you win, Otto, but it's going to happen. Yeah, I know. They're going to throw things at me. It's all right. It's okay. That's fine. Alastair, same thing goes. You're guaranteed an estimated 230 gold, depending on how it goes tonight. If you actually try and take out Otto here, we'll double it if you can do it. And we might, it goes for you as well there, Dakrin. We might be able to talk something out where you can do this for a living. It's not too bad. Only 5 nights a week.
Okay.
As for you there, Mo the Manticore, that is quite the name. We're going to have you against, Eddie! There's a silence. Eddie! And from the back, you just hear he goes, why don't you come on out here and introduce yourself to these fine folks here wrestling you for the night? And out walks just a massive human. If you could call it a human. As he walks out, his visage is almost celestial. The first thing that catches you off guard in this black tent is the reflection off of his silver mask. I think you know who this is, right? As this absolutely massive luchador walks up, he goes,
Oh
hello.
my god!
My name is Edmundo Mateo Valentin de la Cavallera Peñol Jr., and I'm very excited to make all of your acquaintances yesterday. Hello. Who is it that I will be wrestling? And Dontre goes, it's this lovely manticore right here. Goes, yes, the scars. You've seen many battles before, my friend. Excellent. So, what's the finish? Dontrin kind of looks and goes, I think that's something you two can figure out in the ring. You know how to make money, Eddie. Yes, that I do. Well, if you will excuse me, I do have somebody in the back here with me giving a warm-up. So I'll be with you at the end of the show, if you don't mind. And he kind of slinks back and just fades slowly back into his thing. Dontrin kind of looks around and goes, all right, so we're going to go check in with little Ava at the front there, see if we've got everybody in, and we'll start the show. That sound good?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sure, I've never done anything like this. I hope I make you proud.
Well, I don't think you need to worry about that, but we're going to try. That's what we're going to do, is we're going to try. All right?
Absolutely.
All right. So, I'll be back, and I'll let you know what's going on. So, Quirin and Zane, what are you two doing?
With the book out. One with the, what is it, the Spelljammers in it.
Okay. Make a Arcana check. And while he's doing that, Zane, what are you doing?
I guess I'm kind of exploring the grounds, seeing
Okay.
if there's anything for paying customers to enjoy, I guess.
There's a number of carts selling various bits of food, some drink. However, most people seem to be focused on this pen in the middle of the entire audience, 4 posts in the corners.
It's not
With-
a cage.
No, it's not a cage. It's more of a ring, if you will. You guys realize why I was kind of laughing at all the wrestling jokes now.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I'm so sorry this happened. What did you roll on your Arcana check?
12.
12. Reading into more of the crystal spheres and the spell jammers and stuff like that, it does appear that there is a way through them, without going through the astral sea, known as the City of Doors. But that's all you're about to glean from that. Like I said, that book is very dense and difficult to get through. So after a little while, Quirin and Zane, you actually watch this kind of rotund, flamboyant-looking half-orc kind of walk down to Ava, and you can kind of over here and goes, all right, I got all 3 of those boys ready back there. We're ready to go if you're ready to go. And she kind of nods and goes, well, yes, if you'd like, I'll let you make the announcement. All right, just let me go on back to the back there, let them know that we're about to start, and we will get started. He trots off to the back and kind of pokes his head and goes, all right, you 3 boys ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
All right, like I said, we're going to start with Dakrin and Carl here. So, on your mark, get set, go. And he kind of goes back, and you're waiting for something to happen, and there's no change. It's kind of like a false start, and you're like, okay, why was he counting down? That doesn't make much sense. Let's see if that one worked. Yeah, it did. So, at this point, Quirin and Zane, you see this man step into the ring and go, good evening, people of in-between Swordbreak and Redwater, and welcome to Coastal Grappling Federation. And you hear the crowd just kind of, yay. Oh, come on, you guys can make more noise than that. And you actually hear someone else go, actually, we don't really even know what's going on. We're just here for the booze. That's all right. We got a fantastic night for you. So, starting the night off, from parts unknown, weighing 185 pounds, let's hear it for Dakrin. Zaz, what are you doing?
I'm taking a second because I keep forgetting that I'm going by Dakrin.
Right.
And then, I don't know, I just start approaching.
All right. You kind of walk down and you hear a, all right, yeah, go Dakrin, yeah. Yes. All right, and weighing a measly 85 pounds. From all the way in Everdew, let's hear it for the Spectre. As Carl kind of walks out, and at this point now you guys have seen that he's changed into kind of a black and silver garb. And he kind of walks out on the ramp and strikes a pose, and everyone's like, ha, ha, ha. And then there's a, as he vanishes, everyone's, oh shit, and then, appears back in the ring. All right, so the following contest is scheduled for one fall. Ava, when you're ready, could you please ring that little bell and we'll get started. So at this point, Zaz, can I get you to roll for initiative?
Sure.
This is unarmed. All of this. What did you roll?
10.
10. All right. So, jeez, he rolled like shit. So with that, Quirin and Zane, you see Ava actually pick up a hammer and hit something to her left. One sec here. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Oh, there we go. That's weird. Everything just kind of cut out. I think it was an internet problem. So you hit somebody to her left. There's kind of a ding, ding, ding. Zaz, you're the first one to go. What would you like to do?
Okay, so am I trying to kill this dude?
You are trying to knock him unconscious, or win 3 consecutive strength checks to keep him on the ground. If you choose to try and win.
Okay.
Yes!
I don't have any weapons, but
You have no weapons. It'll all be like punches and stuff like that. So get creative. I'm getting you. I'll allow a little bit of spell casting, but after a while, I think they'll call you a cheater.
okay. Is the announcer guy still there?
No, the announcer guy's out of the ring.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna kind of just like go near the edge and be like, "Hey, so can I just like, is it just? Do I kill him?"
He goes, "What? No, man, don't kill him. Just rough him up a little bit, make him look good. You know how it is."
Okay, and I can just do anything I need to as long as it's not weapon.
Well, as long as you're not blasting him away with fire.
Cool. All right, gonna go back in, and I'm gonna kind of just like wave at the gnome.
Gnome kind of is looking at you, and he's kind of got hit both of his hands. He's kind of like rocking back and forth, trying to circle around you, stepping side to side.
Okay, can I please get just a 2-minute break? There was something I was trying to look for earlier. Like, just give me 1 quick minute here, please. Make a NordVPN joke or something.
Oh, okay, yeah, for sure. This wrestling break, brought to you by NordVPN. When I am trying to personally steal Grapplemania, there's only one VPN that I trust to protect my IP, so that Vince McMoon doesn't come and cast Branding Smite and put a pickle in my ass. I don't know.
You ever feel like you don't have enough energy to last through this whole bout of combat? Snap into a Slim Jim!
Oh, man. I'm so sorry I'm putting you guys through this.
Okay, so
right.
I'm just trying to like throw him out of the ring or pin him.
More or less, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna wild shape into a bear.
Okay, I will allow it.
Yeah!
I was gonna kind of look at it just like, all right, it's okay, bear.
At this point, you hear Carl kind of go, "Uh-oh." And the
All
crowd
right.
just like, "Yeah!" Instant into it, like bear versus gnome. Here we go, type thing.
Blood sport!
All right, I'm gonna go try and like grab the gnome and pin him.
Okay, so you're going to make an attack. You'd have to shove to knock him prone.
Yeah, well, okay, let me try and grab him because he's small, right? I can just.
He is, yeah.
I'm a bear. I can just lift this thing up.
Okay.
Okay.
Although that's a chunky gnome.
This gnome is thick. Okay, so I'm rolling to what? Grab?
Yeah, so be a strength check. $10?
Yeah.
So
I'm
he
getting
rolled
used to being a bear.
a bear. Yeah. So he rolled an 11, actually. So, as you go and kind of go to push him with a paw, and you're trying to get used to being a bear, he kind of holds your arm. He's like, "All right, yeah, man, test the strength. Good, test the strength. Sweet." Anything else from you?
No.
All right. So, it's now the Spectre's turn. The Spectre is kind of holding your arm, and he's kind of looking. He's like, "Yeah, test the strength." He holds up his other arm, and he's waiting for you to put up your other paw, and he sees you don't. He goes, "Right, okay, improvise," and just, and he goes invisible. Suddenly you feel, Zaz, the hand unclasp from your paw, and you hear kind of a. What is your passive perception? Just so I have it written down here.
15.
It's 15, you said?
13.
13. Okay. So you actually are able to hear him come up behind you. He's going to go ahead and make an unarmed strike against you. That is a 19.
I think that's against armor class?
Yeah.
Yeah, that hits.
All right, and that's going to deal 10 points of blood. Wow. 10 points of bludgeoning damage as you just feel 2 feet just dig into your hindquarters like with a drop kick. And all the crowd sees is this bear kind of just suddenly buckle and give like a. The crowd's like, yeah! Woo! 10.
Yeah.
That ends his turn. We're back to you. What would you like to do?
Cool, I'm gonna multi-attack.
Okay. Just gonna turn and fucking maul him?
Yeah, I'm gonna do
Okay.
a bite and a claw attack.
Alright, yeah, he failed miserably at his stealth, so.
So this is gonna be the first for the claw, I guess.
For the
It's
claw.
like some ECW, old school ECW type wrestling.
19.
19 hits.
And then for the bite,
Yeah.
15.
15 misses.
Aww. Okay. And then for damage for the claw. Eight damage.
8 damage. So as you swipe across, the invisibility fades. He's like, ow! Ow! And he looks down, he's bleeding, he's like, ow! Ow! It's just kind of just this what do I do type thing. It's just- it's like, okay, it's now his turn. He goes, all right, you want to play dirty? And he's actually going to grab the claw that swiped him and is going to attempt to make a grapple against you. So that's an opposing strength check. Ah! So just roll a strength check.
19.
I rolled a natural 20.
Aw.
So he grabs your arm, and he's going to use his unarmed strike to, like, lift you up and flip you over his head. And the sight of this little gnome picking up this bear and just slamming him is impressive. And the crowd kind of cheers, and you can, Quirin and Zane, you can see this little gnome getting pumped as his reaction now, he is going to use his finisher ability, and he's going to hop up to the top rope, and he is going to actually stand backwards facing the crowd and do a backflip, landing flat on top of you. That's called a Spectre Star Splash. That is, wow, that's a shame. That's only 9 points of bludgeoning damage. As his knees kind of dig into your stomach, you're just kind of sitting there like, I'm a fucking bear. What the hell? It's your turn. What would you like to do?
Okay, so where are we currently, like, situated? Am I
In the ring, you're like right in the corner.
right in the corner?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll to grab him.
All right. Yep. Oh,
14.
I rolled a 2.
Yay! So now
All right,
that
you're gonna grab him.
I have him grabbed, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna try and throw him over out of the ring.
All right, just out of the ring entirely.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and make another strength check. And he's gonna make a dex save.
13.
Okay, so 13, you fling him up, but with a 19 on his dex save, as he's about to fly out of the ring, he grabs the top bit of cable and is just able to kind of hold on, just kind of balancing there, looking at you, absolutely terrified as this bear is now flinging him like a ball.
Can I cast a spell when I'm in my animal form?
I think you can. I don't think
Cool.
there's anything you can't.
And I can get away with casting a spell?
Depends on the spell.
Grasping Vine?
Why not?
Cool. I'm gonna cast Grasping Vine to try and pull him in from, like, outside of the ring. So, like, in the far corner, just, like, the vine starts and it pulls him out of the ring.
Okay. Read me Grasping Vine.
You conjure a vine that sprouts from the ground in an unoccupied space of your choice that you can see within range. When you cast the spell, you can direct the vine to lash out at a creature within 30 feet of it that you can see. That creature must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or be pulled 20 feet directly toward the vine. Until the spell ends, you can direct the vine to lash out at the same creature or another one as a bonus action on each of your turns.
So I rolled a natural 1. So the vine, as he's kind of balancing there, like, oh no, suddenly this vine kind of just grabs him and goes, oh fuck. As he's just ripped out of the ring and the crowd's just like, all right, yeah, go Dacrin. Yeah, just clap, 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 clap. Mo and Laster, I assume you two are kind of peeking through the curtain.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're just kind of watching this, and it's a fairly short endeavor. And you, Zaz, you hear that bell ring again, and you kind of look and you see Dontrig kind of standing there at the side of the ring, just kind of like, just barefaced, just looking. Goes, all right, everybody, let's hear it for our man Dacrin. He could turn into a fucking bear, apparently. No one tells me these things. That's cool, though. That's cool.
I'm just dancing there.
All right. All right, Dacrin, if you want to head to the back, we will talk about your payment once we are done here today. All right. So, next up, coming all the way from East Cliff, weighing 260 pounds, we have Alaster.
As I walk out, I'm going to kind of brace with my fist clenched for a moment, and then I'm going to cast Zaphen's Engulfing Eruption to light myself aflame and throw my hands in the air.
Yeah, yeah, and just clapping. And Zane and Quirin, you can kind of hear, you hear Dontrig kind of go, well, at least somebody can afford pyro.
And the fucking cape definitely is billowing.
The crowd's just like, yeah, look at this guy. Yeah, all right, yeah, go Alaster.
And I'll strut towards the ring and then hop over the cable.
He goes, hands all the way from the King's Vale Isle. Is he man? Is he beast? We don't know, but he's Otto Von Ruthless. And the bugbear kind of walks out. At this point, everyone's kind of like, boo, boo. And you see Dontrig actually kind of move his hands a little bit. And suddenly you hear the bugbear's voice amplified. As he kind of walks out and goes, ooh, look at everyone out here in between Swordbreak and Redwater.
Yes!
Oh.
Ooh.
Hey,
Ooh.
I'm just here, I'm captured, and I've got to fight. Look at this here, I'm fighting a Roman candle. Not even a man, I'm fighting a candle. Ooh, gets me so hot.
At least I'm not fighting the spawn of an owl bear and a shambling mound.
You hear the crowd go, ooh! Make an insight check.
Sure. Man, I'm like shaking. This is so good. 16.
16. That hurt.
Sorry.
He's like, ooh, yeah, you want to talk about my parents? How about the fact that your parents couldn't even decide on what race they wanted you to be, brother? Oh,
That one.
can't tell what it was if your dad fucked an animal, if your mom let one ride her.
That, if he made an insight check, he wouldn't see that one kind of hurt.
He's like, let me tell you what I'm gonna do to you, Laster. And the crowd goes, what? He goes, don't even start. I'm gonna come down there and I'm gonna tear off your arms and I'm gonna beat you with them. And then I'm gonna take them and I'm gonna shove them up your bear friend's ass. Ooh. And he's gonna hop into the ring. Alastair, roll for initiative, please.
Yes! I must put 12 d20. 16.
16. Okay. So you're and ding ding ding, the bell goes. Top of the round, you're up. What would you like to do?
The flames extinguish when the bell goes.
Of course.
I am going to run into him and kind of like get into that grapple mode where you're kind
Right.
of close and kind of trading for a moment. Be like, sorry about that. And then I'm going to push him off kind of and do a big wind up.
Okay.
And cast Thunderous Smite and try and like uppercut him.
Can Thunderous Smite be cast on your fist?
It says melee weapon, and under actions, under weapons, it says unarmed strike.
I will allow it.
Okay.
All right, I will allow that.
All right. 20 plus. Oh my god. Okay. 24.
Well, yeah, that hits.
So he has to make a. He has to make a strength save of 15.
Of 15. 20.
Fuck. Damn it. Okay. Yeah. Wait. No. It says. Okay. That's just all right. So basically, what happens is I punch him, and as soon as my fist connects, a massive thunder shock, like thunderous roar, is heard.
Okay.
And he takes an additional 2d6, but does not get pushed back.
Okay.
All right. There we go. This is the first time using that spell. All right. Okay. So that would Jesus. Okay. 17 damage.
Holy shit. As you kind of wind back and you hit him, you just kind of hear the whole crowd go, ooh, as he kind of comes back and goes, ooh, brother, now you're making me real mad. Anything else from you?
Nope.
All right. It's now his turn. He's going to go ahead and take a unarmed strike against you. 21.
Hits.
That does 7 points of damage.
Cool.
He's then going to use a flurry of blows to make 2 more attacks.
Yep.
That would be a 22
Yep.
and an 18.
Yep. They all hit.
Are all hit. So then you're going to take another. 1 second here. 6 and 8. So you take an additional 14 points of damage as the bugbear just kind of swings you with an uppercut and then with just blazing speed just hits you like both times just square in the temple. That ends his turn. What are you doing?
I am going to come in and fake a jab.
Okay.
And then try and grapple him and suplex him again.
Make a deception check.
Oh, okay. 7.
As you go and fake the jab, he's like, oh, and he goes and he just kind of moves out of the opposite direction, and he's gonna have advantage for any saving throw that you're gonna throw at him here.
All right. So yeah, I wanna try and grapple him, like belly to belly suplex.
Okay, go ahead and make a grapple check.
So that is 10. Fuck.
As you go to lift him up, he just kind of holds, and nothing happens. As you're just kind of lifting, and he kind of whispers down your ear. He goes, "You're doing a great job, man. This is really fun."
Thanks.
All right. Is that it for you?
Yeah, I'm like doing that like trying to lift the guy over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So at this point, Otto is going to use his finishing move. He's going to shove you off with a, holy shit, 28 on the strength check to shove you off.
So I need to opposing?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And it's, yeah,
Is it a saving throw or just strength check?
just straight check.
Oh, 25.
25. So
Critical.
he kind of pushes you back a little bit, and you don't fall back, but you do kind of stumble back. And now he's going to use his finishing move called the Ruthless Stunner. He's going to kick you in the stomach.
Oh
And as you kind of bend over, he's going to put your chin on his shoulder and is going to sit down really fast. That is a, what is that? It's a plus 6. It's a 22 to hit.
Definitely hits.
That is 4, 5, 9 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are knocked prone.
All right. As I'm gonna knock prone, I'd actually, you know what? I'm gonna roll a performance check.
Okay.
I'd like to make it do the old like rebound off the mat and like roll around like.
You're trying to sell it?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh my god!
Yes!
So as you go to kind of, you're thinking like, oh, I'm gonna make this guy look really good. You go to kind of rebound back, and you forget that you're still kind of wearing armor, and instead of the bouncing off, it's just a.
It's knocked the wind out of myself.
Yeah, knock the wind out of you. I'm gonna say you take an additional 5 points of bludgeoning damage from just landing so bad. And you hear the whole crowd just go, ooh. He is going to use a flurry of blows that he is going to flavor as climbing up to the top rope and going, ooh, yeah, and is going to come down with an elbow drop on you.
Perfect.
Ooh, that's a 16 to hit.
That is my armor class, so that hits.
Ooh, that hits. So he comes down, drops a big elbow on you. 11 points of bludgeoning damage. And there's actually now a small noticeable dent, like right where your sternum should be. This guy's heavy. It's your turn. What would you like to do?
I'm going to, man. I'm going to get up and, I'm going to, fuck it. We'll go with the big one. I'm going to go up to him and I'm going to kind of be like, hey, just go with it. And I'm going to attempt to choke slam him.
Make a performance check.
Yes! Come on, don't fail again! 20!
20. 1997 Undertaker. Just overdone, over dramatic.
Yeah.
Quirin.
Yes.
This is upsetting you.
Yes, it is.
Like, you're sitting here like, this is fucking stupid. Like, they're not even really fighting. We can hear them talk. Like, just... He kind of lays on his back and goes, oh, that was a good one, brother. Oh. Roll an unarmed strike for that.
Okay. Just regular, so it'd be 6 damage.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
take the damage there. That's the first damage.
Then while he's laying on the ground, I'm just gonna like gloat essentially and throw my hands up in the air again and try
Okay.
and get the crowd into it as a
All right.
like come and take me from behind. That sounded horrible.
Yeah. No. Yeah. No. Yeah. So as you're doing that, he's now going to take his turn, and he's going to use the most devastating move in all of professional wrestling, the surprise roll up. So he's going to do a grapple check on you.
Yeah.
That is a 22.
I suppose
It's opposing. Yeah.
I'm gonna choose to fail it.
Okay.
So he's gonna pull me into it.
Pull you in. He's got you in the cradle. He's now attempting to pin you. So this
Okay.
is 3 opposing strength checks.
Alrighty.
So
Cool.
first one.
That is 19.
I rolled a 22.
Okay.
That's 1.
17.
I rolled a 24.
Okay.
2. Oh, fuck.
23.
I rolled a 22.
Oh,
So-
kicks out.
As you kick out at like 2 3/4.
Oh.
And he kind of falls. He's like, "Okay, man, just pin me. I'm kind of dead here." And he kind of just lays on his back. It's your turn. What would you like to do?
I'm going to roll another performance check, so I don't
Okay.
actually hurt the guy, hopefully. And I'm going to I'm gonna oh man, what do I want to do? I'm gonna pick him up off the mat and like just go with it. And then I'm gonna spear him into a pin.
Okay, I will allow it. He's not resisting.
Okay, cool.
He's blown out, and it's just 1, 2, 3. And with that, you can hear Dontre go, "So this one has magic too. Everyone's got magic except my boy, so it seems. But that's all right. That's all right. Let's hear it for Alastair."
Cheater!
Oh.
Yes.
Cheat!
Zane, that timekeeper, the bell girl, is looking at you too. Specifically. Dontre kind of gets into the ring and goes, "All right, and now for our main event for the evening. The following match is scheduled for 1 fall, and we'll have a time limit of 30 minutes. Just so you know, Edmundo back here could go the distance." And was like, "Good for Edmundo. Whoa." He goes, "All right, so coming from Dragon Tail, we have, weighing at 255 pounds, Mother Manticore."
I'll just walk out.
Hey,
Just kind of like this slow, like that slow evil.
Yep.
Just kind of, yeah.
All right. And he goes, "And now, hailing from Briar Glen, he is your CGF champion, Edmundo, and whatever the rest of his name is." And he kind of comes out, and he stands there, and Alastair,
Yes.
his cloak billows too.
Oh no!
And he kind of walks down to the ring, and he shakes your hand, Mo, and goes, "All right, so what did he tell you he was going to give you for your cut of the money?"
He said like 200, 250.
It'd probably be about 250 gold. Yeah.
About 250.
"I will give you 500 gold if we make this quick, because I have 2 absolutely beautiful half-elven girls in the back that are awaiting my return."
If you can actually knock me out, I will.
Fair enough. Alrighty. Ring the bell, and there's a ding, ding, ding. And roll for initiative.
$20.
All right. You have a bonus to your initiative? It's +2?
It's plus.
Oh, okay. I see here. Sorry. Interesting. Because he rolled a 23.
They're in home turf.
So as the bell rings, you kind of turn around just to see him literally flying through the air at you with an arm outstretched. And it catches you off guard. Make a strength saving throw with disadvantage.
All right. 15.
15. Ooh, all right. He actually knocks you over, and you realize he has you in a pin. And Dontrix starts counting. This is a contested strength check right off the bat.
All right, so
Go ahead and roll. Yep, just a strength check.
$14.
You rolled a 17. Make another one. Oh, I really don't want this to be like a 2-second thing, a squash match.
Come on. 25.
Yeah, you kick out. So with that, you kind of kick and goes, oh, son of a bitch. All right. So you're both prone. It's your turn. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna get up and it's been a while since I watched wrestling.
Just think of it as a fight.
I'm gonna climb up to the nearest top rope and
Okay.
just try and just go for the just elbow drop.
All right, go ahead and make an unarmed strike attack.
$14.
14. Give a stat block here. There it is. 14 does not hit. So as you go to give it a drop, he rolls out of the way. Anything else from you?
He's still on the ground.
Yep.
Um,
You do have a second attack, so.
yeah. I'm gonna go in for a curb stomp.
Oh, okay. All right, make an unarmed attack. That's a little fucking brutal.
27.
27 hits. You also would have rolled that with advantage because he's prone, but let's say 27 hits. Go ahead and roll your damage. Well, it would be a flat, so it'd probably be like 5 or 6, right?
It's a 6.
It's a 6 for you? All right. So, does that end your turn?
That's yeah.
Okay, so on his turn, he's going to use half his movement and do a kip up. That's when he kind of jumps back up to his feet. He's going to kind of look at you and say, friend, why do we need to fight? I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh no.
This is a barbarian, you know this.
I've met this individual in a previous life.
In a previous life, yes, you've met him, Lindo.
That's flat. 19.
19 saves.
I got no modifier. That was sheer luck. Whew.
You know he was trying to do something not kosher. He's going to, let's see here.
Can I, as a reaction, can I just like spit? I'll spit at the ground in front of him. Just
Okay. All right, so be it then. He's going to make an unarmed strike against you. 26.
that hits.
Oh, dropped one. Oh, don't want to be dropping those. They're pointy. That is 12 points of bludgeoning damage. That's going to end his turn. Zane, that timekeeper is actually now standing next to where you and Quirin are sitting. Your turn, Mo. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna run. I'm gonna kind of turn around, run towards the rope, bounce off, and go in for just a JBL style clothesline from hell.
All right,
Just-
unarmed strike.
Oh! Fail for a 9.
Oh. So with that, you actually go to get to take a swing, and you actually trip as he dodges out of the way, and you are now prone. He's going to use his reaction to actually scoop you up into a roll-up. He's trying to pin you. Go ahead and make your check.
All right. $26.
28
All
for
right.
number 2.
14.
18.
All right.
One
Down to the
more.
wire. Yeah. $15.
I rolled a 16. Oh, sorry. As there's a 1, 2, 3, Dontrey's like, and there you have it, everybody. El Mundo is still your CGF champion. And everyone's kind of like, oh yes, that was very nice. And they're just kind of clapping politely. Everyone's kind of clinking mugs together. It seems very jolly. However, as Edmundo is celebrating in the ring, and Mo is laying on his back, kind of sitting there stunned at what just happened, Zane and Quirin, you both feel a hand on your shoulder. As Ava kind of looks and says, I need you two to come with me. What's that, sorry?
It's her gonna get up anyway.
Okay. Quirin?
Follow along.
All right. You go back kind of behind the bleachers. She kind of looks at the pair of you and goes, your friends in the ring there and you. Are you, the devil's advocates by chance?
Oh, shit. Yes.
Is there anything or one you're running from right now?
Anything's really, but anything more specific you're asking?
She looks at Zane. Bird problems?
Oh yeah, we know bird problems.
We're watching out for you. Looks over at Quirin. It's not just me. There's a lot of us on the road here. Do what you need to do and stay out of our way. And when we need you, we will come to find you.
And who exactly are you?
The king calls us the Brood. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Oh.
Because it is 12:30.